If haste makes waste, I need to thank the guy who invented haste. You know, everything's changed here, but not the things that matter. There's still air to breathe, ale to drink, vermin to hunt, and men to follow. You're special, aren't you? I don't know if you own this tavern, but you damn sure own the room. The name's Vox. I used to be a regular here. Now I'm neither here nor there, just another bird peering at the jungle below. Not exactly. What I do will get you more slaps on the wrist than nooses on the neck. I'm a vulture. I pick the scraps that lions and bears leave behind. Whatever they leave me, it's not for me to choose. Steel, meat, iron, bones. You take what you get, and you get out before it's taken. It's the law of the jungle. Everyone has their place on the pyramid. You understand, friend? And does that make sense to you? Good, good. You and me, we're on the same page. No, on the same sentence of the same page. Only there's no period. I just keep my eyes to the ground. Killers, bandits, mercs, they go north, they go south, and they leave a trail for me to follow. Same goes for you, Jarl of the Jungle. You leave a trail, I'll wash it clean. The world made me what I am. If there weren't so many dead, there wouldn't be so many vultures. It all comes full circle, friend, when the snake swallows its tail. In times of war, everywhere's a spot. This whole land is covered in dust, and we scavengers, we're the broom. But the winners get the first take, and the wolves get the second. Only then do the vultures get their turn.
So good to see you again. Hoist the flagon and celebrate with me.
Well...
Except all the people who got killed the last time around. But hey, that's good for people like me. That's progress. Funny thing is, it wasn't gems or steel. It was the day I found out where the Jarl's court throws out all the food they don't eat. They just toss it down a grate and into the ratways, not even half spoiled. But you tell that to a beggar and they think you are putting them on. You see, they can't even conceive that such a thing is possible. In time, but the winners get the first take and the wolves get the second. No, it's better you don't. That's what the last guy did, and look how it turned out. I'll give you a hint. You killed him. You'll end up killing yourself trying to stop the tide. Keep it the way it is. It makes for a good cover. But the winners get the first take, and the lions or legion, bandits or bears. It doesn't matter who makes the kill. I'm just picking up a different person's scraps. And the meek shall inherit the earth.
Need something?
Don't drink the mead here. Because it's evil. It's all part of a plot you Nords concocted. You want to make the rest of us sterile, and this honey trick is the courier. Simple. You ever hear the phrase, Skyrim is for the Nords? Well, we stop making children, and that's exactly what'll happen.
Cheers, my friends.
They won't listen. Why would they? They're Nords. They'll just keep hiding the truth, so long as the mead makers keep fattening their pockets.
Ah, at last.
By trial and error, I had trouble getting my wife pregnant. The alchemist said it was because I was anxious, so I drank more mead. Now I can't even perform. The shame was so great I was going to keep it a secret, but then I realized it wasn't me. It was the mead. It's too late for me, but I can still save others. I have a duty to tell the world my story. Orcs mostly. But who knows how many other races are being targeted? It's almost as if you know it's what this land all to yourself.
What is it?
Oh, that was great. I think this new song will be much better than whatever the old version was. If you want to play it again, just ask. Are you sure about this? This is the Dark Brotherhood we're talking about, after all. Ha ha ha, very funny. Don't even joke about things like that. He was but I don't sing to glorify war. I want to honor
You ever
the
try
forest,
sleeping
the mothers
trees
who weep
up?
for them.
Crazy
And
stuff.
what better way than to sing for peace?
Hail, friend. It's good to see another merry soul enjoying this fine day. Why, it's only the finest mead outside of Sovngarde. Its sweetness is like a fair maiden's kiss on a starry night. And it's got enough kick to put a frost troll on his hind quarters. I was just about to eat. Come, you should have the first bite. Ysmir's beard, you're one after my own heart. I would love another bottle.
Gods protect us and our faith.
Tidings.
Need something? Can I help you? There's a lot to tell. Too much for one sitting, but we can start with what I do. I'm an appraiser. I gauge the value of things. It's simple, really. You can either try to amass all the knowledge in the world, or make enough friends to simulate that knowledge. I guess calling them friends would make me a bit of an optimist. See? I'm not entirely negative. My friends are just idiots. It's what I do. All right. Let me know if you do. Well, the two are linked. My job makes me very critical. Friends might say I'm a bit negative, but I prefer to think of myself as a realist. Technically, you may be right, but optimism is like a moon sugar wisdom. It runs counter to rational thinking. If you tell them the glass is half empty, they won't tell you it's half full. They'll tell you they aren't thirsty.
So good to see you again. Hoist the flag and then
There's a lot to
celebrate with
tell.
me.
Too much for one sitting.
All right.
Easy.
because we're
Whatever
friends.
someone will pay for it.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
It depends. Some things are highly desirable, so competition drives up the price. Other things are undesirable, but it's precisely that quality that makes them rare. Easy. Whatever. Experience. Knowing what people will pay and how that changes with the market. All right, then.
Always keep a dagger handy. Never know when you have to pluck a gem from a pendant or a tooth from a skull.
Yes?
Let me know if you need anything. Let me know if you see anything you like. Until next time.
Greetings, traveler. My name is Fanar. If you are in need of a companion, perhaps I may be of some use. So you noticed. It is only because Skyrim is new to me. But I have always felt my skills would be best used here. When the army deemed I was better off peeling potatoes than I was fighting on the front lines. They also did not approve of my opinion of Izmir. Yes, but I am not concerned with whose side I am fighting for. There is glory to be had by all. Not really. I've always been a fan of North culture. The food, the music. I can even recite the story of the 500 companions from memory. I have always been the black cat in the family. Or should I say the white one? And elsewhere, mischief is the norm. As such, some wanted me to go to a place where I'd fit in. Others simply wanted me to leave. I do not know if he is a god, but if any mortal were worthy of the claim, it would be he. Very well. For Moskajit, speed is of the utmost importance. A warrior in heavy armor will weigh down his battle cat, or get an arrow stuck in his chest. Better to let the arrow pass through, they say, so it can be healed. Even better to move swiftly and dodge the blow completely. Not in the slightest. I have always felt like I was born a tortoise in a cat's body. Yes, when I was little, I was a very fat cat. I tried to change this by working at a local lumber mill. Of course, I only seemed to get fatter. I never realized all this time it was muscle building under my skin. Maybe because it was covered in fur. May we die with our weapons in hand. What is it? May we die with our weapons in hand.
Something on your mind?
Need something?
I'm not really in the business of killing men. At least not on purpose.
Need something? Is there something you need?
That's not necessary. I just want a little privacy. There's a ton of people who would deserve your time. I'm nobody special. Oddly enough, when I was little, I wanted to be a courier. But as much as I love to run, they said I didn't have the stamina. So I worked at the office instead. That's the only thing that keeps me going. If I make it out of this, maybe in some ways, it'll prove everyone wrong. No, I mean, maybe. You really want to help me? Really? I've never met anyone who wanted to help out of the goodness of their own heart. Most people want money or favors or... In any case, my life is in danger. There are people trying to kill me. A lot of folks. They say I'm a cold-blooded murderer. But I'm a nobody. Just another Nord who spent half his life in taverns like this. But one day some brute started picking on me for no reason. Then he challenged me to a fight. I figured he'd beat me up and get bored of me. Maybe then he'd leave me alone. How was I supposed to know he was a merchant's son? How was I supposed to know I'd win? I don't know. But maybe someone in Riften saw something. That's where he died.
I'd like to.
10 gold.
I don't know, I just
Point
stood there and took
dead.
my lumps. But that only made him angrier. He kept yelling at me to fight back. So I did as he said and tried to punch him in the jaw. He smiled. It barely even grazed him.
Alright.
And then he
Just
fell.
because we're friends.
Alright then.
But, oh, aren't you precious? Come here and give your auntie a kiss. And when you're finished, why don't you do her a favor and get the hell out of her kitchen? That's right. The name's Lamke, and I specialize in authentic nerd cuisine. In other words, meat, cheese, and mead. Well, it's no tradition that the taste these dishes are also the hardest to kill. But most of these milk drinkers that come through here ought to be fine with just the leg of mutton. The dried fish is another popular one, but you have to let it soak for a few days in water, ashes, and lye before you cook it. Mostly vegetables. Cabbages, carrots, potatoes, and leeks. If some Imperial guard comes in here asking for bread, tell him to go back to Cyrodiil. Yeah, we got a few loaves around here, but Nords don't like to eat things that are weak. If wheat and grains are too frail to grow in the cold, then they aren't worth putting in our bellies. Ale and mead go with just about anything. Some say red wine goes good with red meat. As long as you aren't drinking milk, I don't have a problem with it. I'm an old-fashioned girl. Give me a split roasted goat over the meat fire, and I'm happy. This may sound a little odd, but I've always wanted to handle sharp objects. I suppose for Nords, it's in the blood. I would have been a soldier, but the axes and swords were too heavy to swing, so instead, I picked up a butcher knife. I was born in Eastmarch. They say when I came out of the womb, my mother dropped me in the river, and I've been a frigid old horker ever since. But the truth is, I only get frosty when I'm in the kitchen and people interrupt me when I'm cooking. You sound like an old lover of mine. I couldn't tell if he was a charmer or a liar. I guess they're one and the same. But the truth is, I only... Ha! You got me there. But the truth is, I only get... Oh no, not right now. Your auntie has her hands covered in pig blood, and it'd be a shame to ruin that pretty little outfit of yours. But the truth is, I only... Maybe not where you come from, but in Eastmarch, we make our beds out of snow. Shouldn't you have your spouse do that? Or did we get married and I forgot? Well, here you go. Goodbye.
What is it?
Need something?
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. A letter. Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
An adventurer once inquired why pain exists. I told him I would
Nope.
tell him
Sorry.
the answer
Nothing.
if he let me burn him. He objected on the grounds that I might kill him. And I replied, how would you know if not for pain?
Yeah? Look, buddy, I don't know what you think you saw, but I didn't rob this grave. I mean, I tried. Oh, how I tried. But this Nord piggy didn't have a septum to his name. What? These rags? A gift from my Uncle Vartan. He won them in a game of high-stakes horseshoes. Don't believe me? Go into High Rock and ask him. I'll wait here for you to come back. From the looks of it, a Nord man, who died very young and very naked. Well, I'm no priest of Arcade, but if I had to guess, painfully. Uh-huh. Need something? What?
I find your hand in my pocket. I'm going to cut it off.
We're one of the same kind, you and I. See for yourself. Thanks again for the Ice Wraith tea.
Perhaps I see only darkness, 'cause the world itself is doomed. I can shoulder some of your burden, but at my age I make a poor pack mule.
My food, see for yourself. Thanks again for the Ice Wraith tea.
Can I help you?
Nope. Sorry.
I'll
Nothing.
take a look.
Vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning.
Safe travels, Landstrider.
You gonna buy Take a look.
Come back when you're ready to spend more gold. Goodness knows I could use it.
What is it?
Need something. Have you heard? The milk drinker with arms as narrow as toothpicks killed Orgman the Mighty with a single punch. Of course, if you believe that, then I've got a plot of land in ᵯᴑᴆᴆᴇᴆ I can sell you. A very bull-headed man, and when he wasn't bull-headed, he was pig-headed. But he had his charm. He was always challenging men to fights. He despised weapons and magic, always fought with just his fists. Never thought I'd see him lose. That's the one. Orgman's father has every sellsword from here to elsewhere looking for him. The poor boy was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Sadly, it doesn't matter what I think. Orgman's father is the only opinion that has sway. He's the judge and the executioner. There's been a lot of stories coming out about Orgman, how this milk drinker bit the apple of his eye, his wife Marla. All lies, of course. The two men I saw had never met, but lies become truth when you want to believe them. The person with the motive. You see, the part about the love triangle isn't entirely wrong. But it wasn't the milk drinker who stole a taste. Orgman was my husband, his bodyguard Gallstein. He was my mistake. Gallstein asked for my hand before Orgman's body had gone cold. If that isn't proof of his guilt, I don't know what is. He used to be a bandit, so my guess is he crawled into the same hole he came out of. Broken Helm Hollow. That's where you'll find him. And here, take this potion. Elgrim gave it to me in hopes of saving my husband's life. But he was too late. Goodbye.
What was that?
What is it?
Yes? Then my husband has his vengeance. You, on the other hand, deserve a reward. Here, this was a wedding gift, but Orgman never had any use for it. Maybe you can find a use for it outside of slicing bread.
Talon, another round.
I think you've had plenty, Volk.
Orgman's father is the
Maybe you
one
should
who
head on
thinks
home.
ill of him. And as it so happens, that man died yesterday. Suffocated at the dinner table. It was really quite tragic. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go and make funeral arrangements.
My skill in bat is unmatched.
Need something.
Fortunately for you, that skill can be bought.
Keep your eyes. My items simply moor me to this plane. Take them all.
Why hire it?
Yes? Really? Then I don't have to run anymore. But I can't just pick up where I left off either. What do I do now? I doubt that'll be enough. Maybe if I follow someone like you, I can break into the profession slowly.
That's right.
That is, if you'll have me.
I don't have to take this from
Either
the
way,
likes
I
of
want to
you.
thank you. I don't have any coin to give, but if you ever need a favor, just ask. Looks like you got someone with you. I get uncomfortable around strangers. All right then.
Hail, companion.
You're a talker,